So we're using Google Drawings. You guys are all familiar with Google Drawings. It's kind of like Google Slides, only it's one slide. It's like, yeah, it's like a digital poster board is basically what it is. And so a real simple, easy way to do that is to pull in an image and use the image on your drawing, but then add things to it. This is basic, like, annotation. So this is kind of like depth of knowledge level 1. This is your basic fact recall type of stuff. But it's tied to an image, which makes it a little more brain friendly. So all you do basically is you take this image and you tag some things on it. So you can use the shapes or the text box and draw one of these in. You can use the lines with the arrows on the end and point to different things. So for me in the high school Spanish class, this is a painting we might talk about. We tagged some things in it. So that's kind of like level 1. And I like that. But I also want the kids to think a little bit more than just tagging. So that's where we get to step 2, which is the caption this activity. Yeah. So this is neat because you can take a picture that illustrates, this is, this is obviously Lord of the Rings. This is what the teacher I co-wrote this blog post with, this is what they were studying at the time. And so they put the picture in here, and then that's the prompt. What is Bilbo likely thinking in this moment? Write or type his thoughts in the speech bubble. And so this is caption this. And sometimes people look at this and they're like, this is just some silly little activity with a picture. I mean, is this really higher order thinking? And I'm saying, this isn't just basic fact recall. You have to take the information you know from it and what you understand about the character to put them in yourself in their shoes. This is good, solid depth of knowledge level 2. This is like, you know, kicking up that critical thinking. And it's easy. And it's not only, the great thing is that it's easy for us. Because look at this. How much prep time does this take? Like, not very much prep time. You know, you put a picture, you can even have the kids draw in the thought bubble, and that's it. So very low prep time, we're kicking up the depth of knowledge, the level of thinking. Let's go to the next level. This is one of my favorite examples here. This is that old painting of Washington crossing the Delaware. You know, it's like hanging in the White House. And so the prompt here is, what do you think Washington was thinking as he was crossing the Delaware? Put it in a thought bubble, similar to before, right? Are we crazy? You can even extend it and go, okay, we know what Washington was thinking. What about that guy? You know, what about that guy? What do you think he was thinking? But then if we want to take it even a little further and put more critical thinking into it, let's put a prompt down at the bottom. I think Washington would think this because. Now we're not only, you know, putting ourselves in Washington's shoes, which is, you know, good level 2 thinking. Now we're explaining our thinking. And that takes it up to a whole nother level. So this is, again, pretty low prep, and now it's getting kids up into some of those higher levels of thinking. Now they have to explain their thinking. They can't just say, they have to say why. And then the 4th level that you can go up to now is, let's have the kids find a picture that illustrates this quote. This is take a stance. And so here we've got this quote from Gandalf. And so we have this quote, and then they go out and find a picture that goes with the caption, and then explain your thinking in the speaker notes or in a little text box down at the bottom. And then once you've done that, you turn it in. And now all of a sudden, you know, now they're doing more of the work, less of the work for us. It's still higher order thinking. So this is just one of those easy, neat little activities you can use where you're bringing in images. You know, images and text together are very brain friendly anyway. And you've got more critical thinking in it too. So just another one of those fun little things you can do with Google Drawings. So, thoughts, questions, ways you think you could use it in the classroom? Anybody, anything? Yeah. The Bitmoji idea, isn't that cool? Yeah. Yeah. So if you bring in that Bitmoji, yeah, you can show how they think of, yeah. No, I thought that was a great idea too. Student choice, yeah, definitely student choice on that too.
Kids have the class discussion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, whenever, yeah, no, I totally agree with that. That's great, yeah. Very good. So that's pretty much the idea, just one little quick win and a quick presentation. I've got links to my presentation slides and, you know, a blog post about this if you want to read further on it. It's just at ditchthattextbook.com/viewsonic, and that's got all of the slides from all of my presentations I'm doing here in the booth. So you can get all of that right there.